Peace, my family, and raw back to all those coming out of that good cocoon for the first time. Welcome. It's your girl, the butterfly. We about to take off. Let's fly. Just want to send all that good healing energy your way. Peace, love, happiness, harmony, and abundance. Hope you guys are out there keeping your mind right. Oh yeah, and that good, not mind. How y'all feeling? Hope you guys most definitely moving on up. Oh yeah, in your higher nature, and most definitely cleansing, because you know what's up. We gotta cleansing the lows. I came out here today to express and read. This right here will certainly help you on this good journey. So with that being said, family, let's read. This is the Holy Tablets, the great book of the living, family. This right here is the truth. So if y'all ready for that, check it out. Let's read. Alright, where I left off, this is speaking on the cycles. And this is speaking on the second cycle. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's good that, you go back to the last video I did. That'll help you learn out. Alright, so let's read, family. Alright. The beginning of the second cycle was a half diameter of 7,000 years, in which you have what you call angelic beings, be they agreeable Saravat or disagreeable Garavat. They, the race of Natas, were cast down from the fourth plane, the mental plane, and made to dwell on the second plane, the plane of force, before their physical form. El Elo, the source, gave them rule in comfort, or let them rule, gave them rule and comfort until the end of the second cycle, or the 14,000th year after their creation. At the beginning of the third cycle, which took 7,000 years, you have the disagreeable way Garabag and the agreeable Yam Sarafat, both of which are called the Yahwehans, or the Jehovahans. And you also have the process of the Adamites of the 14 generations. Before the completion of the Adamite project in the laboratory in Sidonum, called Shemintin, the Mars project, Laham, or the Sphinx project. This genetic breeding and slicing, chromosome tampering, is that which gave birth to Cadman, called also Zycar, and even Adam. These Yahwehans or Jehovahans were both personifying into the physical form to come to the planet Earth as physical beings, for there was no place found anymore for them in the fourth plane, the heavens. For when the winds heard the news of the creation of the Adamite project and the prototype that was laid before them, they created much war and mischief in the heavens. This war is recorded in the scripture Revelations 12th degree 7th verse, as and there was war in heaven. Marduk and his Saraphat fought against Dragon, Helm, and his Garabad, and the Saraphat did win. So there was no place found there anymore in Orion for them. And the great dragon, who was Halo, son of Shagash, was cast out. That old reptilian called the devil, and the serpent, which deceived the whole planet Earth. He was cast out into Earth, and his Garabat did personify with him. After that, the Nasas began to do disagreeable acts and disobey El Elohim, the head Yahweh, the Most High identity of all the identities, the source, and he condemned them. Nasas, also called Lucifer, was an extra being on Terram, or what you refer to as extraterrestrial, astral, or extraterrestrial. The Luciferian order came out of the group of extraterrestrial beings called the Yahwehans, sometimes called the Jehovahans. The Luciferians would interfere with the beings on this planet called Earth and pass themselves off as gods. The Luciferians, after taking their independence, were allowed to work with the Yahwehans together at one time to conquer certain portions of this planet. But one such Luciferian named Halo, son of Nastas or Jacob, wanted to rule all the stars of the heavens, meaning all the Yahwehans. Leviathan, the serpent people, one of the reptilian seeds, or the Luciferians, have been trying to gain control over this planet for many thousands of Earth years. They are called the sex spirit force, also called Porname. They are able to seduce and deceive all those who desire, or all those with desires on Earth, turning lust to luster, thereby attracting and controlling all with it. As Nukeba was seduced by the Leviathan powers of lust, it is the death of divinity and the birth of morality. Or malignity. That's why the Intergalactic Confederation quarantined the planet. If enough entities were looking for freedom from the control of the Luciferians, the Intergalactic Confederation would remove these forces from the Earth. We humans love to lust and lust to love, expressing energy, emotion, overexerting their emotions, bringing about their spiritual death. There is a group called the Satanists who are not the same as the Luciferians. Their other names are the Divines or Narcassites or Kahanas. These Satanists are more, they're more sentenced than the Luciferians, who leader was Lucifer, also called Nastas, which is simply Satan spelled backwards. They are also called Shay, Satana, They have supplanted themselves in every facet of life that you can think of, and now they have gotten you. They have you naming yourselves after them. This Satanists seek mind control and dominance, while the Luciferians seek to control the energies of others. They are best described as vampires who draw energy from others, also called Dracos, or serpent dragons called Vietnam. These Luciferians are from a planet called Meldek, the 11th planet, and this planet called Earth even has Luciferians and Yahwehians, and some of them are disagreeable Elohim. They don't usually work together, however, they will come together if there are common interests. The Yahwehians were the original 24 elders. There was 12 ex-Luciferians, the dissatisfied, and the other 12 were agreeable Dionysian. That's why you have 12 satisfied and 12 dissatisfied. Dakkar, who is also called Humbala or Zuin, and Tarnish subject all of them. The Yahwehians called Luciferians to the chastisement of eternal damnation, except for the weak ones of the family of the Elohim. These he was pardoned and has appointed one of them, Halahushi, to be their governor, and he granted them a new law called religion. It was other than Nuwapu, sound right reasoning. When the cycle elapsed, the wicked sons of Dakkar or Tarnish blasphemed and committed disagreeable acts because their nature was intended to recalcitrate or to show the deviance. A new El, the Most High, sent Marduk and the son of Enki and Damkina, who was also called Mikael, and the agreeable beings to admonish them and advise them. However, it was in vain. Marduk was sent because he knew their nature, having been the disagreeable twin to his sister, Belet, who was agreeable. So, in the beginning of the fourth cycle of the 7,000 years, you have the Seraphat and the Garumbat and humans, later called humans, or humans remains later called humans, be they agreeable or disagreeable. You see, the cycle is broken up into fours. When these disagreeable beings were cast out, 1/3 of them were cast out from the 19th galaxy, Elun, with Tarnish. Now you have the sun and you have the 10 planets. One moment. Alright, now you have the sun and you have the 10 planets. Planets sped up. When they get closer to the sun, the ancient Greeks called certain points of light in the skies the planani, or the planet, or the word that means wandering stars, and named them after their gods: Hermes, Zeus, Eris, Amraphrodite, Kronos. Instead of using the names of the Greek gods, these planets are called by names of equivalent to Rome gods. So instead of using the names of the Greek gods, these planets are now called by the name of the equivalent Roman gods, which is Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. Planets have the shine by reflecting the light. The planets in your solar system are captives of your largest star, the sun. Like the planets, the Earth gives off no light of its own. When a planet shines brightly during the shadow hours, it is reflecting the sun's light. These 10 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Titan, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, which are your calculations of the planets. However, you shall know the truth. Alright, now, so that is a good place to stop. So, alright, now, if you are interested in this, which if you're on this channel, you should be. Alright, it's on here. And if you want the, our master teacher's teachings and his books, in this book, it's on the channel. So just send me a comment. I'll be happy to help you get the book, so you can begin this good journey and begin to read for yourself and see the truth for yourself, because it's going to be needed to raise your consciousness levels up and know what truly happened here on this planet. You're going to need it in these days and times. Alright, now, so again, I want y'all all to know that you are loved beyond, this planet, and beyond this planet, and in it. We can spread that love one to another, family. Be that peace that you seek, family. Release our master teacher, Dr. Malachi York, out. Peace, shalom, our divine love, family, and Watu. And it's all